Hey y'all, it's me. I'm coming in to talk about my personal trainer. Not necessarily about him. I only met him once, but I have a personal trainer now. I kind of wanted to kick my workouts up a notch. So, and I wasn't that familiar with everything in the gym, like I wasn't familiar with all of the equipment and stuff like that. So I wanted someone to familiarize me with the gym equipment, but I also wanted somebody, to help me hone in my workouts on like different parts of my body. But when I met with him, I didn't know what to expect. And so all these questions I had kind of went out the window for the most part. I don't know if it was because I was nervous and not sure what to expect because it's my first time dealing with a personal trainer, but he really relaxed me. He was really cool. You had to fill out this crazy little questionnaire or whatever, front and back sheet, making sure, you take your own health at your own risk or whatever, because whatever we do, we're going to do. And we did the damn thing. Like, y'all, oh man, I wasn't expecting what I got. It wasn't crazy, but it was different. Since I didn't know specifically what I wanted to hone in on, and I did, but I don't know what happened. But anyway, he took the lead, like I guess, personal trainers are supposed to do, and he wanted to, I guess, test my agility and things like that, and endurance and strength or whatever. So I guess that's how they start the first session. And so I had to hit the treadmill for 10 minutes, no biggie or whatever. Then I had to after the treadmill, he introduced me to all of the different equipment that I wasn't familiar with, so that worked out. He was like, different trainers structured their sessions differently. He was like, but this is how I do mine or whatever. And he was like, I live in an area where it's I don't want to say predominantly older people, but it's quite a majority of older people or whatever. So he was like, normally I only get older people. This is what he's telling me. He was like, normally I only get older people. He was like, but you young and you got a good body. He was like, so I'm about to torture you. And I was like, hold up. Like, no, you can't torture me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had just did a workout before that. So he was like, you did what? I was like, yeah, I just came from a Zumba class. And he was like, oh, well, you signed yourself up for this. So I didn't know what to expect. Right after my Zumba class, I'm doing this or whatever. So he's introducing me to all the different equipment, and he had me on like some kind of leg press or whatever with like 154 pounds. I had to do that. I think 2 or 4 sets of that. And then he took me to like these different like machines I think he did 2 lower body machines or whatever, 2 or 3. And then a whole bunch of upper body machines, which is great because I definitely want to tone, like my arms and stuff like that, but I also want to tone my legs. So, anywho, he introduced me to some machines that, it was one that I don't think I'm going to like too much. He was like, but you're going to like it when the muscles start popping out. So, I'll trust him. But everything was kind of like two sets, at a time. And then he took me back around again to do another 2 sets, but he increased the intensity each time. And then when we went to the cardio section, he was kind of like torturing me on it's like a stationary bike, and first it was like this arm bike thing or whatever. He kept like increasing the resistance every minute or whatever, and he was like, okay, this last minute I'm gonna wear you out. So he was like pushing it as high as he can, and I'm hearing the thing go, doo, 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 doo. I'm like, okay, I know you're going to stop, right? Like, for real. And so we did that, and then at the end he was like, okay, well, and then I had to get on the other bike or whatever, and he kept increasing the intensity on that, but none of those were long. Like, the first session was probably like 20 minutes, then that session was like 10 minutes, then I think we did one other thing after that. And then we did the lunges. And the lunges is what got me, y'all. I wasn't expecting them lunges or whatever. He was like, You know, I know you just did Zumba or whatever. He was like, so if you don't want to do the lunges, you don't have to. And he told me that when I was on the stationary, the little road bike thing or whatever. And when I got on the second bike where you have to pull and pedal at the same time, he was like, you know, let me know what you decide or whatever. He's like, if you don't want to do it, that's okay. I ain't gonna, you know, I already dogged you enough. It's okay. And I was like, well, let me think about it. Sorry. He was like, well, let me think about it. Of course I did it or whatever. He made me do it with 10-pound weights in each hand though, from one end of the gym back, lunging all the way across forward and back. So needless to say, I was beat, but I enjoyed my first session. I do think it's going to help. So I'm really looking forward to it. Can't wait to see what else he has in store for me. So yeah, I just want to stop in and let y'all know that I do have a trainer now. His name is Michael. It can change though from session to session, but I'll try to schedule it like around the time that he's there. So hopefully, you know, I'll always end up with him, because once I'm used to somebody, I kind of want to stick with that person. Anywho, all right, that's it. Talk to y'all later. Bye.